Yeah, just Sveno Mick here. I just got the IT apart. Just got cylinder head off. Just put a decomp cylinder head, send it away and get it done, as you know. Just looking at this bore. This bore's probably done 1,000 kilometres since new piston and board. It's on the last oversize, which I've told you. So it's all the factory oversizes, which I think may go 3 oversizes or 4, but it's at 20.25 mil increments, as I understand. So you can either get up to 0.75, so just 3/4 of a mil, and then it jumps to Wiseco, or it goes to 1 mil oversize, then Wiseco. So this is a full size, so it's on Wiseco. So if I ever got it rebuilt, I'd have to get a sleeve pressed into it, or a board and put in. The cross hatching and everything's absolutely beautiful. Now, one thing I did notice, it's got a lot of carbon build-up. So I run this at about 33 to 1. Piston's absolutely beautiful other than that, but there is a bit of carbon. And I'm just looking at the combustion chamber. There's a little bit of carbon at the exhaust port side, and a little bit just below the squish band on the, I'll point it out, just there. There's a little bit of carbon, like a little bit more around the front of the, well, there where the exhaust side exits. I was actually quite surprised to see. I thought that it would probably be a bit less than this, but the bike itself ran beautiful. Maybe it is running a tad rich still, but that's a new carby on there. It's a new TMX flat slide, the CUNY. So what I'd have to do is wait and see what's going on. But I've still got to get it out and ride it. But really, there's not much more I can tell you. I'm going to paint the DG pipe. I've painted it already, but all else looks pretty good on this. I'll put all the bolts back to where they all go, just so I don't lose them, like the exhaust there, and there's a little one down there on that little bracket, the seat bolts, fuel tank bolts, everything's sitting back in. And the only other thing is the exhaust, the full DG system, off in one piece. I don't run side covers on this because I've got some factory originals which I don't want to damage anymore. And I've got some DC plastics, but I actually like using this bottom bar here for a grab rail. There's a good grab rail to grab onto when you're on a hill or whatever, if you're pulling the bike around. So look at that, pipe, fuel tank, seat, so 2 bolts in the tank and a plastic strap, and the plastic strap in the energy induction, that long plastic strap, the short one in the seat post at the back, that on this here in the back of the fuel tank, 2 bolts in the seat, 2 bolts, one through the cylinder, the big one there, and the 2 smaller bolts that are back in the frame, 6 nuts on the cylinder head, a couple of springs, and 35 minutes and it was done. So I'll show you what she's like when I get it back. There's a new old stock CDI I got from Tasmania for it too. That's I was a few years ago now. But this is an absolute ripper of an old bike. And like I say, this got a bit of from when Mum passed away in inheritance, and thought, bugger it, I'll buy this to remember her, which you've all heard the story. So I'd never sell it. But here she is, and hopefully within a few weeks' time, when I get it back from cylinder head back from Extreme Engineering in Victoria, decomp will work well. That shocky needs to come out too. The bump stops buggered, it's gone from down the bottom, and it needs a bit of work doing internally. It just needs a good service. Goes a bit funny on the rebound, all right on the compression, but when it rebounds out a bit funny. And I played with the clicker on the rebound and didn't seem to do anything, so whether it's just not working properly, but look, I'm going to leave it at that. It's 5 minutes almost. So there she is, 35 minutes. I've got to strip down to that, and that's just poking away. See how good 2 strokes are to work at. You've got to love them, haven't you? Sveno Mick. have a nice day. Hopefully we've got a storm bird singing out there. It's pretty muggy here this afternoon, and hopefully the rain backs off. I've got one of me, Jade, coming and working with me tomorrow to give us a hand to blow through a bit of stuff quickly, and yeah, so it's on, and hopefully the weather holds out for us. So I'm going to leave it at that. Have a nice day. Be nice. If you don't want to be nice, be quiet, and just enjoy this planet we live on. Sveno, Mick, out.